Good afternoon, everyone. This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and we back here again, back in the broadcast room, bringing you some more of this foolishness for real. Now, here we go. You know what I'm saying? This was kind of hitting home, real talk, and that's all the information I'm going to give you. You know what I'm saying? Jackson, Mississippi has a water crisis because our state legislature has a race problem. Hey, this is, that's what got brought up right here when I just brought this up. You know what I'm saying? This is our governor, you know what I'm saying, Tate Reeves. Um, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's listen to this right here. Let's see what's going on. And we're gonna go from there. And I'm gonna, kind of on the low key side, tell y'all, goddamn it, about the biz.
People there saying they can't bathe, cook, or wash their dishes. Forget about drinking from the tap. NBC News correspondent Morgan Radford is in Jackson with the latest.
Allison, we're here at a local high school in Jackson, Mississippi, where you can see these National Guard tanker trucks that were brought in to bring in the water. And this is because the people here in Jackson have basically been waking up to a nightmare every single day for almost 3 weeks now. There are nearly 200,000 residents here in Jackson who still do not have drinkable water and thousands who don't have any running water at all. That's why you're seeing donations like these cases of plastic bottles of water just to help people get by. People who have been having to put buckets out just to collect rainwater, and now they're using bottles like this to do their daily basic necessities, like brushing their teeth and washing their hands. Take a listen to what some of them told me.
So this rainwater came on Monday, and I had been praying for the rain so that I wouldn't have to go to distribution sites to collect water.
And so you brought these buckets out to actually collect water from the rain.
To collect water from the rain, yes.
And what do you do with this water once the rainfall comes?
So I take the smaller buckets and fill the larger buckets, and then I use a bucket to carry it in to flush the toilet.
And so you're using this water to flush the toilet. Are you bathing with this
No.
water?
This is only for flushing the toilet.
Okay, and what are you washing your hands with and brushing your teeth with?
I brush my teeth and wash my hands with bottled water. I put it in the microwave for a little while, and then I just pour it over the sink as a flow and wash my hands and brush my teeth.
Okay, now here we go. You know what I'm saying? Yes, some people are out here in the area doing this. I'm speaking for what I know, from what I know. Nobody can dispute me on this. I know this. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Now this is a little bit older here. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different now. You know what I'm saying? The situation kind of has been lifted now to a degree to bring you current on what's going on. It has been lifted, but yes, we've always had problems with water in this particular place. You know, these individuals down here who are in control, are in power, they're, of course, they're not going to fix anything because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, the powers that be are low key trying to um retake Jackson again because the population of Jackson is mainly predominantly black. They're trying to retake the capital. And so, yeah, they're letting the infrastructure just pretty much die. Okay. This is what's going on. I'm giving you this behind the scenes. This is what's happening behind the scenes. This is the politics that's going on. The reason why things are not getting fixed is because they're trying to retake Jackson again. Okay, which is the capital of the state of Mississippi. Okay, and it's predominantly ran by black people. Period. This is what's going on. So they're not releasing the proper funds that it takes in order to fix anything, in order to upgrade and rejuvenate and get people the proper water that's needed in order for people to live in a decent way. Okay, and it also breaks down to, I put it this way. It also breaks down to how close you live to the white people. Let's just keep this real too. Okay, the closer you live to them, the better the water is. Okay, if you live further out in certain areas in south or west or something like that, your water fucked up very bad. I'm just gonna put that shit on out there. It is what it is. If you live in certain parts of the city of Jackson, you know what I'm saying, and you're not living close enough to, because most of the white people in Jackson, they live out north. When you get to North Jackson, you go, the further north you go, the better things are going to get. Okay, the further south or west or east you go, is ratchet. I'm just keeping it real.
Keep that way.
NBC News reached out to the governor's office several times to get a response, but we still have not heard back. In the meantime,
of course you ain't gonna hear back.
They still don't have a definitive end in sight. They don't know when all water will be restored to everyone here in the city. Allison?
All right, let's bring in State Representative Ronnie Crudup Jr., a Democrat whose district includes Jackson, the state's capital city. Representative Crudup, thank you so much for being with us. This is the third week that thousands of people in Jackson are without running water. I understand your family was among them. Tell us how bad the crisis is there. And I think the number one question everyone has, when will that water be back on?
Well, thank you for having me this opportunity to be able to talk about this issue. It was pretty bad. You know, it's a humanitarian crisis right now that we're going into our third week with no running water, and we really don't know when it's going to end. People are still trying to get water, bottled water out. People are.
I keep in mind, I did just tell y'all that the water boil and everything has been lifted now. Okay, it has been lifted. But let's just keep it honest. Just because it has been lifted does not mean that the water problem has ceased to exist, okay? If the infrastructure, the pipes and everything is if they're still bad, then they're still bad. They were bad then, they're still bad now. Nobody's changed pipes out that fucking fast. Okay? Let's just keep this real. So, you know, I had to put them quarter nickels and dimes in on it. Like I say, them quarter nickels and dimes.
Still trying to find hotel rooms and to shower and bathe and just have the basic necessities of life. And so we take water for granted so many times, but we can definitely see now, we've experienced water is definitely a necessity that we need.
Yeah, you go without it for 16, 18 days, and you'll appreciate water more than ever. Let me ask you about the situation there in Jackson. I understand more than a quarter of folks in the city live in poverty. The city is more than 80% black. The Daily Beast reporting that residents without water are noticing that this crisis is hitting in the South and the West the hardest, leaving the predominantly white part of the city.
What did I just say about the city? The further south and west that you go, they're having the bulk of the serious problems. The further north you are, we ain't got them problems like that. I'm just putting it out there. It is what it is. It is what it is. We ain't got them problems like that. But either way it go, overall, the situation's still fucked up.
Relatively unscathed. Jackson has a history of infrastructure problems. So let me ask you, what is happening in your state's capital city? Is that what you are seeing there?
Yeah, you know, we've always had infrastructure issues over the years. I've lived in Jackson all of my life, and the sad reality is, going a couple of days without water is nothing new after a major winter storm, but this is the first time we've had it go for this long. We've never had this long experience going, like I said, in our third week now. Usually we'll go a day or two for boil water notices and things of that nature. But this has really put a real burden on a lot of Jacksonians. A lot of people are already in poverty and people can't afford the basic necessities. A lot of people don't have vehicles to even get to the water spots. So we're trying to really rally the community to get behind, to go and deliver water to senior citizens and everything that the basic folks really need. So people have really been stepping up in the community, churches, businesses, politicians, everybody, our community is really just rallied together to take care of our basic needs here in the city.
Are you seeing, though, that black and brown communities in Jackson are being affected by this more so than white communities?
Yes, I will say that I definitely see that black and brown people are being affected more, but a lot of that has to do with, the economics A lot of, there's a lot of poverty in the West and South Jackson part of town. Jobs have left, a lot of businesses have left, and so that's why people are really affected. And so
this is true.
But like I said, we do a lot to take care of our citizens. From the church, from our businesses that are still here located. We got some resilient people, and so we're not gonna try to play the race card on this one. What we're going to try to do is making sure that people have what they need, and just try to help bring our economic basis up. We need jobs. People need health care, all of those things, and so that's what we're really searching for.
Jackson's mayor is saying that updating the city's century-old water system will cost $2 billion, which is more than 6 times the city's annual budget. So what is the solution here? How do you fix that?
And I've talked to the mayor myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go into details of how, I know him and all that stuff, and just understand that I do. I'm not trying to shoot no shit to you. You know what I'm saying? But, as a chef, I do a lot of different things. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's getting a lot of pushback from, dealing with the city council and all other types of individuals and stuff like that. He's actually trying to make some leeway. He's trying, but he's getting pushback. This is something that's not being released out there. I'm telling you this myself right now. He's getting a lot of pushback from the people that he's actually needing help from. I said it, damn it, I said it. This is the bottom line. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all, everybody want to sit here and talk about this and that. I'm telling you the real deal. It is what the hell it is.
System, prevent this from happening again with a cost like that.
Well, we need to really get together, which we're having a meeting actually tomorrow at the legislature to discuss with some of the colleagues around the state, because with Jackson being the capital city, we have our state capital is in Jackson. And so they're even concerned now too of, hey, we cannot continue to have this happen again, because even though a lot of surrounding communities didn't get affected by this, a lot of our legislators actually stay in Jackson where they're in town for the week. And so they have a vested interest as well to see that we have what we need. And so we're having a meeting tomorrow to come up with a really comprehensive plan that we can address these issues. We've kind of kicked the bucket long enough, and I'm really praying that something good comes out of this. Sometimes you need something like this to happen before really people take it serious. So I appreciate my colleagues that have been reaching out to me, finding ways that we can really get this thing done. And hopefully we can put this in the back burner. And if it's a 10-year plan, so be it. But we want to see that this issue is definitely resolved.
Well, Rep, I just have to commend you for your positive attitude, saying maybe something good will come out of this. It seems very representative, forgive the pun, of the folks there in Jackson who seem to be dealing with this incredibly well. Our thoughts and prayers to everyone, and hope that you have your water back soon.
Well, we thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity to share. Like I mentioned, the people in Jackson are definitely resilient, and we're going to get through this. We've got through hard times before, and so, hey, we're Jackson strong here.
I don't doubt it at all. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. Thank you.
This is the deal. Everything I've told you, what you just heard, it is actually going on. But like I said, it's been lifted now, but people in the southern and southern and western regions of the city are still dealing with it. They're still without water. They're still going through it out there. And that's just the truth of the matter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't put it out there. I'd aired a little dirty laundry here about what's really going on. This is serious politics shit down here. You know what I'm saying? They playing major games. They want to get the city back. They want to get Jackson back. They want to get the capital back. It's too black. I'm just being honest with you. I'm putting it out there. It's too black. They want to get the capital back, so they're willing to let the infrastructure fall for people to move away. Put it out there. It is what it is. You done heard it right here on the Bottom Line News. I ain't telling you nothing but the real. It is what it is. I said it. You heard it right here. They trying to get it back. They willing to play the long game. So what the mayor and the city councilmen and all these people need to understand is that, you know what I'm saying, it's a long game being played here. So they need to start being prepared for the long game. You know, black people are 80% plus in the capital of the state of Mississippi, which in historical times was something that would never have been thought of. Would never have been thought of. If you think about the history of the state. So now, you know, let's keep it going. But anything else pop off, you know what I'm saying, I'm glad to let y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I've been your correspondent, Alan Taylor. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Show me some love. Please hit that like button at all times. And thank you. And that, my friends, is the bottom line.